Hi everyone, and welcome to Service for the Community. I'm your host Matt Blow, and today we have Jeff from Rotary and Andrea from Optimist Club. So we'll start with you, Jeff. Tell us about things that are going on. My understanding is the Youth Exchange is a big talking point right now.
Right now it's a big talking point because the applications are beginning to come in. So we wind up with 16, 17 applications. The kids are from all over the world. We'll get a few from Asia, Taiwan, Japan, the Philippines. We get a number of applications from Europe, Germany, France, Belgium, Spain. A few of the eastern countries, maybe Czechoslovakia, or one year we got a gal from Kyrgyzstan. And then we'll get a number of kids from South America, from Brazil, Argentina, Mexico. So these begin to come in at this point, and what we need to do is find host families.
Sure.
Right now I really feel lucky. We've had 3 or 4 people that have indicated they want to host for next year.
Good.
But we always have more applications coming in than we have
places to put them.
Right. Yep. And it's a great experience. A number of families were kind of, well, we're not sure, but let's give it a chance. And the big thing, for their own kids, it really opens up their eyes that there's a world out there that they know nothing about, and it's just great. And rather than me try and do all this excitement about that, I think we have a video.
You got a video for us.
Yeah.
So we're going to check out a video that Rotary sent us, and we'll take a look at that right now.
Have you ever thought about being in the Youth Exchange?
You're asking me.
Have you ever thought about being part of Youth Exchange?
Well, yeah, you should. Of course.
My name's Paige Mason, and I went to Thailand in 2005-2006.
My name is Adam Hennings. I went to Austria in 2004-2005.
My name is Brooke Lodine. I went to Argentina.
My name is Lisa Miller, and I went to Germany.
I think that if people are wondering if they should be an exchange student, you should do it. If you have to ask, there's probably some curiosity in you, like, could I do it, or how would it be worth it? And that's the curiosity that makes it a good year.
I had a high school German teacher who told me that, this is 1 year, but this is your life. And that 1 year can mean so much more to you than just the 12 months that you're abroad. The value that you're going to get from being abroad is going to surpass everything that you would have experienced if you were still here.
Before I went, I would kind of ask a bunch of people, oh, is it okay if I do this? Do you think I should do this? And then now, because of being on Youth Exchange, I just feel, okay, I want to do that. I'm going to, and then I do it, and I'm happy I did it, obviously, and I'm a lot stronger in knowing what I want to do and executing it.
Do it. It is the best experience you will have, and it won't be fabulous the entire time. You're going to have rough spots, but it is definitely worth it. I mean, look at your past week. How many rough spots have you had so far? And just think now you could experience those completely differently in a different place, and you will experience all the good things that you've never had before.
It's something that I recommend to anyone who is looking for a challenge and for an amazing experience.
Just as a disclaimer, I would say be really sure that it's what you want, because that's what's going to make all the difference when you're there and you're homesick and you want to leave. Like, you have to be able to go back and say that you wanted that. But aside from that, I would say do it. It's so worth it. Even just knowing another language and having that bicultural experience, there's nothing that can top it. You'll never get that experience anywhere else. So I'd really encourage people to do it.
Do it because there's no reason in the world not to. And I mean, if anyone ever asks me, why should I do this? I'm just gonna look at them and say, why shouldn't you? It's the best thing ever.
Thanks for that video, Jeff. Now, how many kids participated in the Youth Exchange last year?
Okay, there's 2 sides to the equation.
Sure.
So the inbound side, which is what we're looking at currently, we bring in about 16 kids to Southeast Michigan.
Okay.
We probably have applications or kids that want to come in that triple, quadruple that number.
Sure.
But that's about what we can find in the way of host families. And then the outbound side, and that again is something that we need to be thinking about right now. Outbound, we're only sending out 8 kids this year.
Okay.
And it's a super deal. The cost to go out for a year's study abroad is an airplane ticket plus $800. We provide a lot of training, orientation, get with the travel agent, get mom calm down.
Sure.
So it's
Parents are always nervous, I'm sure, sending their kids away even for a little bit of time.
Yeah, but they come back so mature.
Sure.
In fact, that's
Well, they come back learning a lot about, a different area, a different culture.
Yep. Fluent in a foreign language. Looks
That would be
great on a
nice.
resume.
Oh, sure.
Great on a resume.
Sure.
And in fact, one of our big supporters on the host family side has been a former Optimist, Don Brose. So you guys in your youth, this is a natural feed in for you.
Yeah.
Speaking of youth and optimist, Andrea, you want to tell us about some of your youth clubs going on?
Yeah, we have, Optimists are a friend of youth, and so we're very tied in with all of the schools. So we're in the third trimester of the schools, or in the halfway through the second semester, depending on which building the kids are in.
Right.
So we've got a lot of planning going on now for some of the end of the year events that'll be happening towards the end of April or all throughout May. But we did have a busy week with some of our scholarship things. March 20th this week was the deadline for the seniors, the graduating senior scholarship. And recently we had our essay contest winners come to our meeting, our morning meeting, and so we could present their awards to them, and they read their essays. And then we had the oratorical contest. The deadline was March 26th. So we have the judging for those coming up, and those kids will be coming and presenting at one of our April meetings, I think the third week in April.
Okay.
They will be presenting their oratorical
speech for that as well.
And so we have that going on, and it's exciting because it's fun to see the kids that are the winners that come in. With the senior scholarship, you tend to see a lot of the same kids, a lot of the same names sometimes, which is good. And these are outstanding academics, community service, leadership skills, and that's good. They've worked hard and they should be recognized. But what I really like about our essay contest and our oratorical contest is every kid's got a story.
Oh, sure.
And so it kind of opens it up to a broader base of kids to participate. And some of the stories, what they can tell about their own life within the theme of the essay or the oratorical, the speech, is really inspiring. These kids that came and spoke about the essay contest winners, we had one who had survived a childhood cancer. We had another whose family hit some really difficult financial times and talked about how her parents' optimism through those difficulties really made an impact on her life, and how optimism rings true and helps drive her forward. And sometimes it's the kids that are really strong academically and really high achievers, and sometimes it's the kids that might not have that kind of an opportunity normally. So it's really I'm always inspired by the kids in this community.
Well, it's nice to have an option for the kids that maybe academics aren't their strong suit, to have that different avenue, whether I guess it's a speech contest, oratorical contest, essay contest. So even if maybe academics aren't your thing necessarily, there's other ways for you to get that potential scholarship money and go on to college or
And I'll tell you, sometimes we'll have the essay contest winners come and we have them present their essays, so they're like, this is why I'm not in the oratorical contest. But some kids, they're better at written presentation of their story, and so it's always fun. It's nice to see. So I'm really looking forward to see what we have submitted for the oratorical contest.
I'll put a plug in for it. If you ever are asked by an Optimist if you'd like to judge, say yes. It's fun, enjoyable, and rewarding to see those kids get up, and everything you said, I would go along with that. And then one of the curious things about the crossover between our two programs is one of our international presidents, so he's in charge of 1.2 million volunteers, won your oratorical contest. back when he was in high school.
I was going to say recently.
So
No, not recently.
he was a strong speech giver, and now he's leading all these people.
See?
I assume via speech, via his words. So
Well,
there's a correlation there.
Strong
He went on
communication
even more than that. He went on to Las Vegas and became a show performer while he was studying law, and became one of the most successful litigators in California.
Wow.
So yeah, he
Optimism. It's the key to all your future success.
There you go. There you go. So Jeff, you also have a wine party happening in the near future.
yeah. Things don't happen without money, and so we have to have some fundraisers. And this one's a fun one. In fact, most of our fundraisers are fun. This is the spring wine tasting. It'll be at Fountains in May 14th.
Okay.
And we have Michigan wines there, and after you've tasted them, you can buy them. So
Oh,
you
okay.
can take the bottles home that night, and then Fountains will be providing us with the food. So
Okay.
food, fellowship, and wine, you can't get any better than that.
I was going to
So-
say, wine and food, nice evening out for
I like wine.
friends or family,
Yeah.
Well, I guess family, husband, wife kind of thing, maybe.
Yeah, maybe not the kids.
Yeah, maybe not the kids to that one, but nice, maybe family date thing or something potentially.
Yeah, or if you're in the business world and you'd like a thank you kind of thing for one of your clients, it's
there
get
you
them
go.
a couple tickets and take it to it. And it's a great thank you.
Makes sense. And you also have some other, going back to the youth topic, you also have the Rotary Youth Awards in the near future.
Rotary Youth Leadership Awards. It's a weekend at one of the YMCA camps just north of here. If you student from Clarkston would like to go, just let us know and we'll do a brief application process on that. But it's designed for kids, students who would like to be leaders. They don't necessarily have to be a leader now, but they're thinking about maybe I would like
Aspiring to be that.
Yep. Or they are a leader and would like to sharpen their skills.
Okay.
So it's all about interpersonal relationships. How do I motivate the people that are under me? What kind of leadership skills do I need? And by the time you get done, there'll be somewhere around 100 kids, plus or minus, out there.
Oh, wow.
So it's a very interesting weekend, and it's fun.
What's the age range on it?
We want less than high school senior. So
Okay.
high school, we're looking at freshmen, sophomore, juniors.
Okay.
And the idea, seniors are going to go on. We want them to come back to the high school with those skills and apply them to whatever clubs they're
Whatever
involved in.
group or organization they're part of on the high school,
Right.
they can bring those traits to that group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So Andrew, you're also working on scholarships with Optimist Club.
We have a scholarship for the seniors, and that deadline has passed. And boy, I do not envy you. Were talking about how you were a judge in our oratorical contest. We have so many just outstanding kids in the Clarkston community, in the Clarkston community schools and in the private schools in the area, and it's great. And, listening to you talk about the leadership skills, and I think about all the leadership opportunities we have for these kids, and it's great as community service organizations to be able to raise our money through our fundraisers and put that back into directly into the community, so that these kids have opportunities to go on to college and use scholarship funds like that to advance their education and become our future leaders. So
Well, I got to
excited see
imagine,
some
especially when you get down to those final few, the picking that, who's going to get what place and all that stuff becomes difficult. You know?
It is, and it's, within our community we have a lot of different award levels and everything, but as a mom of one who's graduated from college and one who's in college, every little bit
Oh sure, oh sure.
every little bit counts. So it gets to be crunch time around this time, especially for the high school seniors and
Makes
their
sense.
parents.
Now you also have the Community Arts Connection.
Yes, we do, and it's actually on display right now at the administration building, the Clarkston Community Schools Administration Building. The display is up, and I actually was there when they were putting it up, and was a little late for a meeting because I was like, I'm just going to run real quickly and take a look at everything. And I'm going to go back and take a better look at everything. But it's great. It's from kids from our schools, all grade levels up to high school.
Okay.
So not the high school kids, but up until the high school
Elementary,
level.
middle school, junior high.
Yes.
Now, how many
And-
pieces are there, you think?
Oh, just from what I saw, there have got to be hundreds of pieces there, and it's really, really great work, and it's great to see what the imagination of some of these kids and the creativity and how they're able to convey, their vision on in their art. And then what's going to happen? That'll be up through the end of April in the community in the Clarkson Community Schools Administration Building. And then the artwork goes out into businesses in our communities. We have different businesses that have said, yes, we'd love to display it. And so you might walk into your dentist's office and you'll see artwork from one of the kids from one of our elementary schools there.
So it transitions from in the school buildings to the administration building, and then out into the businesses and community. So it's a nice kind of spread of all the
and it's nice.
Many pieces of art.
Exactly. And it's nice when you're, if you're shopping somewhere and you look up, if you're at the, cash register or something, you look up and you say, hey, I know that kid that did that. So
real
it's
community feel to it.
It is, and it's nice. You have a lot of people who might not have kids in the schools anymore, or whose kids are grown, and it's just nice to see what's really still happening and what's happening in our schools with art. So it's a really nice program, and we started it. I think this is the second or third year, and it's really nice that the businesses step up and say yes. We'll display it too.
Oh, very cool.
That's nice.
Well, any other closing thoughts from either one of you?
No, it's just like busy season is ramping up for us. I think about May and my head spins because we have all of our student leadership groups and all of our schools and end of the year events at Renaissance High School and the high school, and so much to do, but it's fun. There's always something going on with the Optimists.
I'm sure.
This is our to some extent our slow season. Our big programs continue on. So in addition to the youth exchange, we've got the international scholarships that college students can compete for. But as far as our local club, we're a little bit of a slowdown period, realizing that fall's going to come and then we get insanely busy. So you've got the spring.
Little breather before the big stuff.
Right.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Sure.
That's all the time we have for Service for the Community. So we'll see you guys next time.